didn't realize until I got the script, like, holy the whole movie is about my character. So it was kind of nice to be the central theme in a Ben Affleck movie.
I'm Russ Milheim from The Direct. Thank you for, talking to me, and also congratulations on the movie.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's a great setup, and it's an exciting night. My first question is just, how intimidating was it to go up against not only the accountant, but Ben Affleck? I mean, he's been Batman,
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny because when I saw Ben, I didn't think of Batman. I know that every guy thinks of Batman. All my male cousins are dude, Batman and the Punisher. And I was like, oh yeah, right, okay, yeah. It's more like, oh shit, the guy who's good in Good Will Hunting is older now, and I was in this movie. And the guy who directed Argo, I love Argo, by the way. So I think I was more hyped I was more hyped on that front. But I was also a huge fan of the first movie. I saw it in theaters, and I didn't realize until I got the script, holy shit, the whole movie is about my character. So it was kind of nice to be the central theme in a Ben Affleck movie.
Now, who would win in a fight? John Wick, Christian Wolff, or your character?
My character, obviously. My character, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but there's something in her arsenal that makes her pretty smart. So I think she'd figure it out.
That's fair. So
yes.
Wick doesn't have a chance, is what you're saying.
Wick, if no weapons involved, Wick is probably going to kick my ass. Okay. But if you give me some time before that, he'll be done.
That planning period, then you're good to go.
I'll tell you what, though, I think Anaïs needs her own franchise. Yeah. So let's get that going.
You did it for John. You got ballerina, right? So there you go. You're the new ballerina.
Tell Amazon. Yeah. Tell Artist Equity what's up.
Now, I have a different topic for you. Netflix has had some success recently with their anime adaptations with, One Piece and Avatar.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a day or a time that maybe you guys will come back and, give Cowboy Bebop another go for it?
Oh, man, I've got so many thoughts on this subject. By the way, I want to clarify something. So years ago, when the franchise, when it came out on Netflix, I created. I was shooting a movie in Puerto Rico, and I was goofing off, and I made some. I'm not used to anyone watching my videos, and I made this dumb video, kind of poking fun at myself because I was getting all of these DMs from people saying you're terrible and you're fat and go away, and just awful messages. And so I just made this on a whim story, just joking about the fact that sorry guys, I'm sorry I was cast. And I used the word fans when I meant trolls. And then it caught wind. And everybody was like, she's hating on the fans. And I was like, this is getting lost in translation. I'm responding to trolls, not fans. And it got really swept up. Anyway, I just had to put that out there. I've been wanting to talk about that. But I feel like those animations, they mean so much to people, and they're so personal, and I think people really connect to when they watched it and the point of their lives. And so I just feel and I'll say this, having been in one, I think that those studios, they need to do maybe a better job at valuing that IP. It's really special, and people on Bebop, they work very, very hard. But it's just a special thing, and I understand why the fans felt the way that they did. But I also think that there's a lot of really cool, wonderful things that we did, and I also wish that we could have gotten a second season, Sometimes you just need one season to get things going.
Exactly.
And then you prove yourself.
Well, maybe one day. I'll cross my fingers. But yes. Thank you again, and congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
Medina's teaming up with Christian Wolff. Is he going to be a bad influence on her, or are you going to put him in his place?
I would like to think that I would put him in his place, but something tells me that maybe there's some sort of middle ground, I think they each have something to learn from one another, but they're also kind of cut from the same cloth. They're two sides of a coin, or whatever you say. So there's something interesting about once they are determined to try and resolve something, it's they're like a dog with a bone, right? So I think that they are kind of kindred spirits in that way, but for this question, let's just say I think I would be the one to change him.
I believe it.
Yes.
All right, thank you. One thing I found really interesting about this is that the movie kind of starts off with a romantic kind of focus, and then it kind of sheds it pretty quickly. And so...
Well, he sheds it because he takes a big turn in there.
But with that in mind, what you how did the choice of not having a romantic focus enhance the story you were telling? And then going right off of that, was Anna Kendrick's character ever in consideration to be a part of this film?
No, it was never. The second film was always for Bill and I to start to unite the two brothers very slowly. They had to start to fix all their, can I say shit?
Go ahead.
All their shit, their issues. That's what. So that was always the intention for the second movie. And the third movie, and I wanted to set up that Chris is still looking for love and looking for connection, which I'm going to explore deeper in the third movie. So don't be surprised if Anna shows up in the third film.
That would be great. Last quick question. Sure. You're developing the Warrior TV series.
Yeah.
Can you offer any quick development updates on where that is in the process?
Well, I wish I can give you something concrete, but I don't know yet. Let's put it this way. As long as it took me to get this movie made, 9 years, I'm not going to stop until I get Warriors made. But it has to be at the right place. And I have a script, because I had set it up, but then the first place I set it up, I don't even know what happened there. Then I set it up somewhere else. I don't know what happened there. Whatever. It's amazing how you can love it, and then they're like, I don't know if I want to make it. So I have to find another home, which is what, once this is over, I'm going to go find another home for it.
Well, sir, good luck on that, and congratulations on this movie. It's great to meet you, and also congratulations on the movie. It's exciting to be here, and this setup is great.
It is, isn't it? I've not seen the film yet, so I've only seen bits of it. So I can't wait to see what they get up to.
Now you get to finally see what happened. The whole thing.
What they paid me all the big bucks for. Oh, that's a joke. Anyway, no, it's great. I can't wait to see it.
Now, when it comes,
there's the camera.
Yes. No, you're fine. I know people are tripped up a lot by how small it is. But, with your time on this movie, what was the most surprising challenge you faced during, your time on it?
Surprising challenge. That's a really, really good question. A surprising challenge that I found is that it was so big. The amount of people they had on the set, the amount of crew, the amount of extras, the amount of cast. It's like, I've got to do a good job. And that really, really scared me. No, it didn't scare me that much, but the challenge was this story, these stories, these people. I've done this before, so I've got to do a fucking good job. Yeah. So, it's inspiring. And Gavin O'Connor is a really great character, a great director, because he had a great script, and he's a really welcoming director. He wants input, and I love that.
Who would win in a fight, Christian Wolff or John Wick?
John Wick, because he never seems to die.
That's true. We don't know how Christian Wolff's going to fare,
but they're both pretty good, but I'll put my money in John Wick, sorry.
I'll try not to tell Ben.
No, don't tell Ben. No, but yeah.
Last question for you. At the end of the day, what makes this the perfect movie to watch at the end of tax season?
Tax season? Because the accountant's on your side.
My first question is just, with your time on this movie, what was the most surprising challenge that you personally faced?
Honestly, it was figuring out how to make my work on the long gun, like the sniper rifle, realistic. So I actually brought the Navy SEAL who trained me on the long gun with me tonight to the premiere. He's here. His name's Ben.
How much did you do? I assume you guys got to fire it off a lot beforehand, practice and make sure things were great.
Oh, he took me out into the desert with a bunch of team guys, and we shot crazy amounts of bullets into the mountain. It was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It's crazy that acting has made me pretty decent with weapons like it has. I would have never anticipated that.
You go in to be an actor, you come out a sniper,
Yeah. Sign me up.
Now, who would win in a fight? Christian Wolff or John Wick?
Christian Wolff. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Yeah, there's no question about that.
It's currently 2-1, so
he could do more work in 2 movies than Mr. Keanu could do in 6. I love Keanu, just so you know, but I'm just sticking with him. I'm ride or die. I'm sticking with my team.
Last question for you. What makes this movie a perfect watch for the end of the tax season?
it honestly takes your mind off of the taxes. It's so goddamn entertaining, and it walks the line between comedy, action, serious suspense so well, and it goes back and forth between the three things the whole movie, that you're constantly in a sustained state of entertainment and stimulation.
Well, sir, thank you very much, and it was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, just my first question is just, what was for you, the most surprising challenge you faced during this production?
I think having 5 pages of techno talk about diseases and neurology was quite a challenge, but I really loved having to do it, and what it led to was an amazing surprise that I was working with a good friend of mine from 20 years ago, Cynthia. So, actors love having challenges like that. You have to be a neurologist, but you have to be loose and friendly and fun, and it was really great.
Who would win in a fight, Christian Wolff or John Wick?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, John Wick seems to be able to get shot much more than Christian Wolff. So I'd have to, I'm going to go with Christian Wolff, home team. Forget that. Christian Wolff, all day.
Last question for you. Why is this the perfect movie for the end of the tax season?
Because the tax season has been so taxing, you need to find some relief by watching The Accountant 2.
Well, sir, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Nice meeting you.
With this movie, what would you say was the most surprising challenge you personally faced during your time on the film?
The surprising challenge was visualizing the final product and communicating with actors when I did not have them in front of me. So most of my scenes were performed by myself with readers. And so I got to use my imagination a lot. And then seeing clips and snippets of the final product was so fascinating to see how the movie actually came out. Yes.
Is this your first time tonight probably seeing those people that you talked to?
It is not. Thankfully, I've met them before. Yes, so it won't be a big shock. I'm excited to see everybody. Yes.
Who do you think would win in a fight, John Wick or Christian Wolff?
Well, that's a biased question.
Can you break the bias, though?
I think Christian Wolff would win. Because unfortunately, I think Christian would set aside his feelings for his dog to finish the mission, and he has a bigger team on his side.
That's fair. Yeah, Wick doesn't really have much of a team.
Yes.
Last question for you: what makes The Accountant 2 the perfect movie for the end of the tax season?
Oh, well, since we just have to unload all that stress from yesterday, this is a perfect way to do that with all the action and heartfelt conversations that we're about to see.
Well, thank you very much, and it was great to meet you. Congratulations on the movie. It's so exciting to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for people to see this.
This setup is pretty nice. They always do a good job.
No, this is my favorite theater ever. Me and my dad come here for movie premieres all the time. We've seen most of the newer Star Wars and Marvel movies. We've come opening night here. So it's so surreal to see myself on screen.
What would speaking of yourself on screen, what is the most surprising challenge you faced during your time on this movie?
To be completely honest with you, everyone was too nice and I didn't know what to do. Because everyone was so accommodating and so prepared to work with me and knew a lot about autism already and how to accommodate for people. I'm very used to having to explain myself and having to be like, I have autism, this doesn't mean that I'm a child, I'm still an adult woman, I just have certain needs, I don't like loud noises, I don't like certain textures, da-da-da-da-da. And they were all like, no, yeah, we're gonna make the set as quiet as we possibly can. We got some bugs for you because we know that's your special interest, so there's some bugs on the set for you to hang out with. Yeah, go have fun. And I was like, what, huh? We're just going? You just know? It was awesome.
Now, who would win in a fight, Christian Wolff or John Wick?
I think they shouldn't fight. They should be lovers. I don't know. That's a really tough question because I'm in this movie, but I have a framed photo of John Wick in my house.
What does Christian use?
So
I'm out here asking the hard questions. What can I say?
Well, I think John Wick, if he was determined to kill Christian, if Christian had wronged him, John Wick would win. But otherwise, I think that they would see no reason to harm each other. We're co-workers. There's a respectful bond, I think, between them.
That's fair. Last question for you. What about this movie makes it the perfect watch for audiences after the tax season is done?
Well, you're going to learn a lot about how to do your taxes properly and about accounting. Christian Wolff will tell you about accounting for sure. And I think the amount of explosions and violence is really good to vent all of the built-up stress of doing taxes. Just finished my own. Boy, oh boy.
And then you came right to the accountant premiere, so it's really good.
Premiere, yeah. No, I wish I asked Ben to do it for me.